Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video on Gran Turismo 7 and another lap time challenge that was just being released with the update 1.44. So let's check the details in the game. So with the update 1.44 we got some new cars, and one of those is the Toyota GT-One that is now used for the lap time challenge on Fuji International Speedway. So as you can see, we currently need a 133.875 to get the gold medal. I'd say let's give it a go. So let's go for the first lap. Okay. I'd say I'd get some training laps and then come back at you with a fast lap. And that is exactly where we're going to start. So going to the last corner, try to keep it narrow down to first gear, then up to second, and use all the width of the track to the main straight. Accelerate all the way down the main straight and try to keep an eye on revving out each gear. You can really go up to the 8000 RPM in this car, so try to use all of the RPM range. Approaching the first right hand corner, my first brake mark was around the 160 meter mark. So brake in a straight line, go down to first gear for some rotation and try to use trail braking in this car, because this will give you a lot of benefit. Shift to second gear for the exit of the first corner and rev out the gears again. For the next left-hander, your brake marker will be around the 100 board. Brake again in a straight line, shortly go down to third gear, let the car roll and early back on the throttle and use a lot of the width of the track. For the long right-hander, let the car coast a lot, try to keep a narrow line to the right, and before going straight, give it some slight acceleration in third gear before braking around 70 meters before the corner. Brake in a straight line again, down to first gear, early back up to second, back on the accelerator pedal and use all the width of the track while accelerating and revving out those gears. Going up to fourth gear in the double right-hander, your next brake marker will be below the Dunlop board at the end of this shadow. Again, brake in a straight line, go down to first gear, keep the car on the left, keep it narrow for the corner, slight acceleration in the first gear through this left-hander up to second, accelerate in second, don't upshift to third, brake for the right-hander, down to first gear if you like for some rotation, accelerate again in second gear before going to the brakes, down to first gear for rotation and up to second and early acceleration. Don't hit the post because it will invalidate your lap, up to second gear, accelerate again, and downshift again to first, keep it narrow for the last corner, up to second again and accelerate all the way through on the main straight. Make sure to rev out each gear again and make it to the finish line, hopefully getting the gold medal and the 2 million credits. And for those of you driving in chase cam, let's review the lap once more. Going down the main straight, make sure you rev out each gear up to 5th gear in the very end, brake around 160 meter, downshift to first gear, keep it narrow for the first corner, up to second again and accelerate early. Revving out the gears again, your max gear will be the 4th gear and your next brake marker is around the 100 board. Brake slightly, go down to third gear, keep it narrow for the left-hander and use all the width of the track early back on the throttle for this double right-hander. Let the car coast a lot, using your accelerator pedal to slightly lift and give some inputs. In third gear before braking around the 50 meter board, down to first gear for rotation, early up to second again and back on the accelerator pedal using again the width of the track. Upshift, revving out the gears to the max of 4th gear. Your next brake marker will be the shadow below the Dunlop sign. Going down to first gear again, keep it narrow for the right-hander, slight tap to the accelerator pedal in first gear, upshift to second, short acceleration in second gear before braking again, going down to first gear for rotation, upshift to second, early back on the throttle for acceleration. And for the next left-hander again, use first gear for some more rotation, keep it narrow to the left while not hitting the post and not invalidate your lap. Last time accelerating in second gear before braking again, down to first for rotation, up to second again, early back on the accelerator pedal, use all the width of the track and go down the main straight to finish your lap. And by this I was able to achieve a 133.319, which will hopefully be enough to get the gold at the end of this challenge. So that's it again for this week's lap time challenge guide. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be uploading another lap time challenge guide for next week's challenge. So stay tuned and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.